Virginia is for lovers unless you're in a neck-and-neck gubernatorial race. And at the center of this debate is the value of teaching Toni Morrison's American novel, the great American novel, Beloved. Republican candidate Glenn Youngkin says the book should be banned and parents want it. As you might expect, the Democrat Terry McAuliffe says he disagrees and says it is a racist dog whistle. We're back with our political panel this morning, David, Josh, and Bre, and glad you're all with us. And by the way, Bre, Youngkin saying that he will ban critical race theory and the book Beloved by Toni Morrison. Now, McAuliffe says Youngkin's commitment to banning race theory is a racist dog whistle. Others say it is a foghorn. So in your opinion, which is it?
I think it's just a matter of Youngkin trying to an ounce of fear and also his white privilege. Because at this point across the country, white people do not want critical race theory being taught in schools. And now they're bringing in the book Beloved, which is a story about slavery. And it's a situation that students across the country need to learn about. So sitting here trying to ban books about slavery, sitting here trying to ban items such as critical race theory, it just evokes white privilege. And it's nothing but white people just trying to invoke fear in other white people instead of teaching the country what really happened during that time. So I think not only is it racist dog whistle, I just think it's a matter of evoking white privilege as well.
David, this is a Pulitzer Prize winning novelist. This is a book that is recognized by the Nobel Committee in Literature. We should point out that this all centers around a commercial that is airing now in the Washington suburbs, and you see a woman, and she's wringing her hands, literally wringing her hands, saying, "My son came home because he had this book, and it was terrible. I couldn't believe what I read in the book," and he was so hurt. I expected her to say the vapors, but she didn't. But now we know that the young man is actually the Republican General Counsel for the National Republican Congressional Committee. Should we be saying, consider the source in this, and does that really make all of this argument over Toni Morrison's Beloved a moot point?
Well, this is clearly a red herring, and that you want my fake surprise face that, of course, the person that they found for this commercial is connected to the party. I think that this reminds me a lot of when I was in high school, and it was an eternity ago at this point. I went to a Christian school, right? And when we studied evolution, right, the theory of evolution, just like critical race theory, in common we have the word theory, these are just theories, right? They took away my regular biology book and they gave me a Christian biology book. And then after we were done with that lesson, they reintroduced the newer biology book, which was, of course, secular. And I think as a kid, it more alerted me to the fact that you can't really hide the sun with your finger. We live in a world of smartphones. We live in the world of curious minds. And banning books, whether you're coming from the left or the right, is really a futile effort. And this is really, unfortunately, an ugly, nasty red herring. Bre is right. This is the politics of fear, just trying to find the votes to get the candidate across the finish line in a very, very close race in Virginia.
Josh, I dare you to dive into this. Terry McAuliffe says that parents should stay out of education. Is he right?
Look, Del, this is a very unfortunate part of politics. Republicans are doing the exact same thing they did 4 years ago in this governor's race. If you recall, they ran a fear-mongering campaign at the time, focusing on Hispanic street gangs taking over Virginia. It backfired then, and I see it backfiring now. The Republican Party does not hold the sway it once held in Virginia. They're desperate, and they're clamoring for any kind of attention to get their voters to the polls. I don't see this working. It's very disheartening to see, the playbook that the Confederacy used after the Civil War, which is to rewrite history. And that's what they're doing, trying to ban books, trying to ban discussions on American history. That's what we're talking about here.
Bre, if I were actually a Republican, I would be running an ad showing Terry McAuliffe dancing with Stacey Abrams, because that would probably cost him thousands of votes, but that's the story for another day. But we have been here before. 1619 Project. One of the books that I did read when I was a little boy was The Little Boy Who Cried Wolf. The last time there was an election, there were caravans coming to the southern border, and they were disease-filled, and we had to alert the National Guard. The governor of Texas sent the Guard to the border. And then there was the 1619 Project, and then there's critical race theory, and now it's Beloved. How many times does this little boy cry wolf before everybody says, we don't care, blow the house down?
That's a very good question. And I don't know because I was having the same conversation with someone the other day. Do we think racism will always be prevalent in this country? And at this point in my lifetime, I do think so because not only are people racist against, Black Americans, but we're racist against other groups and other demographics as well. So I don't know how long it's going to take a little boy to keep crying wolf before the house just blows down and everyone realizes that that little boy was a mess. I don't know because we went from the 1619 project to critical race theory, and now beloved. I don't know. But it goes back to what I said before. It's just a politics of fear.
David, I'll give you the last word on this, and you hit the nail right on the head. Did anybody explain to any of these people going to these school board meetings that kids right now are wed to their cell phone? And if you tell them not to read Beloved, if you tell them that this is a terrible book, guess what happens? The kids Google the book and they say, oh, where's the part that was so bad that the woman was basically wringing her hands? Because that's the best advertising for a book. Has anybody told anybody that kids know this thing called the Google machine?
Yeah, and especially we have Google Books, you can look up anything. We live in a world of perfect information, and I think the curriculum that's taught in schools is really overblown. Kids are going to learn whatever they want to learn, and really we should focus on, the meat and potatoes of school. English, math, financial literacy. That's really what school boards should be doing, is focusing on delivering a good quality education. And I think parents should be involved and care about what their kids are learning. But, I learned a lot of stuff in school that I don't really agree with. And my parents always had a very easy way of saying, that's great that you learned that in school, but we don't agree with it. And here is what we think. And I think, soft touch and really allowing kids to think for themselves and not banning things is a much better approach to really teaching your children about what you believe and what your family values are.
You know what's really bad? What's really bad is having to learn West Virginia history and then finding out after you left West Virginia, everything they told you was a lie. I'm just going to say, if you want to ban a book, how about fourth grade algebra or maybe trigonometry or something like that, something that both parties would probably agree on. But we're going to leave it at that. I want to thank all of you for being with us this morning on the second hour of DC Today.